I literally don't want to be a content creator. Okay, my room is absolutely a huge mess. Because it always is. So I just need to make sure that I want to take content creation seriously, and I'm gonna go on a journey of that with you guys. But first and foremost, literally can't do anything if your space isn't clean. So it's not a place I want to be in, and it's not a place that I feel my best. And I'm always excited about the stuff that happens in here: books, art, music, content creation, Magic the Gathering. So I just need it to be a space that allows me to put my best self forward, because that's ultimately the best thing. If you're in a space that feels good, you're gonna feel good, you're gonna be inspired. And right now I'm not inspired by this room. So yeah, I got my mole removed, so that's what that Band-Aid is. But anyways, my eyes are here, and I'm gonna make sure that this room gets clean, and we're gonna go and talk about it all together, and hopefully we'll have a cool space to show you afterwards to be making content in the rest of this month. So I'm gonna try my best to make a video every single day of September, and this is day 1. Okay, like the title of this video said, this is about making a content creation plan, and that is exactly what this is. Basically, first and foremost, you need to make sure that the space you are in is not only inspiring you, but enabling you to do the work that needs to be done. This is the room I call my studio. It houses all of the things that are creative for me, which is content creation, my music stuff, so instruments, all of my art, painting supplies. I also write, so like all of my books and my writing supplies. It's a lot. So this is my studio where everything is. It just is been doom pile after doom pile, and it makes it so that this is a space that does not inspire me. So first and foremost, to create a content creation plan, you need to make sure that your space is clean, inspiring you, and enabling you to do the work. So we're going to clean all of this up, make sure that it is a space that I'm able to do those things in, so that we can ultimately have a wonderful time together here at Queen Honey Games. And so I'm ready to get started. All right, first I want to finish this wall. I have been putting a paper wall up on there from a book that I am just tearing the pages out of. So, yeah, I thought it would be fun. I obviously love books, and I do a bunch of stuff. So I wanted it to be a pretty thing that hopefully would be a fun background to take pictures on for like holding cards up and doing different things. Obviously would love to paint the walls a different color at some point, but for right now, this is the only thing that I can do. So we're going to do this first and then kind of clean up all of this and just sort into piles so I know what I even have, because this is crazy. So anyways, you're up first, my guy. And she's done. Okay, I'm so glad that that is finally done. It took way longer than I ever wanted it to. I moved my art desk over here. All my scrapbook stuff is on top of my easel. That is gonna go there, housed there. I put my cello and my guitars and stuff back behind it just to be out of the way when I'm not practicing or using it. And then my easel will have a painting on it that kind of hides and masks that. So I think that's a lot better use of the space, because I'm going to move my table and desk over here rather than here. So this whole corner is the next project. This table and all of my computer stuff is going to move right here. I'm going to put my trash can right there so I can use it for both desk spaces. So that's next. Wish me luck. Okay, I finally moved the desk over here. I'll show you guys in a second, but this is actually what I need to do next. I am going to be planning this month. Like I said, I'm going to be trying to make a video every single day this month, so I need to definitely plan it out in a space where I can see. I have my work schedule here, so I'm going to transfer my work schedule over here so that I know that first, and then I'm going to try a test streaming schedule and upload schedule onto here, making sure that I highlight like I have a family vacation that we're going to get a cabin in. So anyways, here's the before. I'm gonna show you the after in 2 seconds. Okie dokies. So I accidentally doxed myself. This is the weekend that my family is going to a cabin. My father-in-law actually retired, and so he got a cabin for all of us. So this is going to be really fun. I'm very much looking forward to it, and it is really nice having something to look forward to. Other than that, my actual work at Moonshot Game Store, I work at my local game store, is changing. And so, just a lot of feelings about that, but I'm really excited for what it's going to open up, possibilities for me, a lot of things to just try out, see what works, and we're going to see how it goes. But anyways, that means I am officially streaming on my local game store's stream Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday. So every Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, I am now going to be streaming those days at the store, and I don't have to be in until 7:45. So I stream from 7:45 to 2 a.m., and it's going to be a good time. So anyways, that really opens things up for me. Now that I have my work schedule on here and the weekend blocked off that I need to be blocked off for, I'm going to make some notes to figure out what in the world I'm even doing with my life in September, and then we're going to try to figure out what a possible Queen Honey streaming schedule would look like. So let's see what happens. Okay, so I decided that I'm a little nervous about getting an entire month of content creation ideas down here, just because I always get really excited and it's easy for me to plan stuff out. But then once I get into it, I get really anxious that I'm not doing a good job and I'm not doing enough, and I just really am not nice to myself, and so I'm trying to eliminate that. So I only came up with 2 weeks worth of ideas to be able to help hone myself and keep myself accountable for 2 weeks. And then after that, I'll reevaluate this weekend on the 13th to try to plan the rest of the month. But right now, I have 2 long form video ideas. This is literally the one that you're watching right now. And then I just built 2 decks from bulk. So I want to do like a deck versus deck. Let's check out the deck techs pretty much, and see which one does better. So those are gonna be 2 long form videos, and then I'm gonna be live streaming these 3 days. I color code everything because I am a visual learner, and so it just helps me. I have all of my stuff here. It's color coded over here. I'm gonna make notes to review these days how it goes, and we'll just see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens. I will be doing stuff on the weekend. I don't know if it's gonna strictly be like live streaming or just long form videos that I'm gonna be working on these other days, but we'll see how it goes, and we'll definitely come back to this and plan out the rest of the month together. I have a lot of long form video ideas that I'm excited about. I have them in my journal because I write them all down, but I think at the moment this is what's gonna happen. I have a couple of commitments. Like I have a Bible study that I do at Tuesday morning, so like I probably am gonna start at noon on Tuesdays, but like next Monday, I would love to just start at 9 a.m. So I have to be determined on there for the time, just because I don't want to limit myself, but it'd also be good to kind of like keep a tally of a record of what times do well, how many people are showing up. I'm also not super going to be promoting these just because I'm got to test out some tech issues. If you're a real one and you've been here, you know that tech issues are a real thing for me. So anyways, this is what we have at the moment. We will see how it goes and come back to it. Okay, if I'm being so for real with you, I am getting really anxious about not actually making enough content and working on this stuff, because I've been cleaning my room, and of course it takes way longer than you ever think it will. So anyways, I got my desk moved over here. It's all kind of organized. My little puppy dog is hanging out down there with me, so I'm excited that he has a spot also. But I just need to run through a couple ideas with you guys. Of course, I've been watching videos in the background to like help me make a game plan and figure that out, but I have a couple ideas of how to organize myself, and maybe you'll find it helpful as well. So I'm gonna run through those ideas with you guys just because I think it's good to help keep me accountable, but I just really want to be honest and upfront with you guys on this entire journey of trying to take content creation seriously and what that looks like. So we're gonna test it out together. Let's see how it goes. All right, so as you can clearly see, my room is not done. We already said this. But there are a few things that I want to talk about just because I think having a strategy is really good. And like I already told you, I want to be accountable with you guys and just upfront and honest about everything that I have going on. So there are 3 things that I'm going to do my best to do that I think might be helpful for you as well, if you want to take content creation seriously and work on this journey together. But basically, the first thing that I'm going to make sure that I do my best to hold myself accountable is to remember the why. I say this because content creation isn't something that I started because I wanted to be a content creator. I literally don't want to be a content creator. I know everybody wants to, it's a thing, I get it, but I don't want to be a content creator. The reason I started making content is because I wanted to meet other girls in FEM that play Magic the Gathering, because that was non-existent at my local game store when I started, and I knew that they were out there. So bestie, here we are. I am so excited to be doing Magic the Gathering with you, and that is why I started making content. This entire time it has just been a hobby for me, not something that I was actually taking seriously, trying to be a content creator. But in order to live my best life and make sure that I am being true to the values that I have, my goal is to make sure that I leave the world a kinder place. If there's one thing that I hope to do, there are lots of things, honestly, that I hope to do. We all want to change the world for the better. But at the end of the day, if there's one thing that I can do to make the world a better place, it was to make it a more kind place. And so I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that the spaces I am in are filled with kindness, love, and empathy. And so that is my goal here as a content creator, now taking it seriously. My why is to make sure that people feel seen, heard, and cared for in the spaces that they occupy. And specifically, I'm focusing on gaming. And more specifically, the very niche part of that is going to be Magic the Gathering. But basically, I want to make sure that we are taking mental health seriously in gaming spaces, holding areas for us to be honest and open with each other so that we can grow. There will always be room for growth, even if we increase things and make things better tenfold from what they are now, there will still be room for growth. The world can always be kinder. The world can always be filled with more love and empathy. And so we want to make sure that we are creating those spaces, even in fun hobbies such as Magic the Gathering. So at the end of the day, that is my why, is to make sure that people feel seen, heard, and cared for in the gaming community. And I'm going to try my best to do that by fostering safe and authentic spaces for people to practice self-care and care for their communities. My second thing that I'm going to do to make sure that I'm holding myself accountable is this rule. Rule number 2, make it your job. And I say this because consistency is key. I have a hard time with consistency. I always have. And so I just, at the end of the day, allow my anxiety to take over. I tell myself all these unkind things that are just simply not true. And so I want to make sure that I am actually giving myself a chance. I have done a lot of work on myself in therapy and with holistic practices, focusing on functional medicine, healing my body through food, healing my mind through things such as yoga. And so I want to make sure that I'm doing everything I can to continue to better myself. And in this content creation space, that is making sure I am consistent. I think that I have a lot of really good ideas. I think that I bring a fun, honest version of myself to the gaming community, and you guys are honestly, at the end of the day, a big part of why I'm even still here, is you guys have opened me with open arms and you are extremely supportive. Besides the trolls that everyone has, it is what it is. But you guys have just been so great, and I feel like I owe it to you to give this a real go, because there are way more of you here already that I'm just so surprised by still. Like, I'm a girl. I'm just a girl. Who would want to care about what I say? That blows my mind. I don't think there's anyone. So I'm going to do my best to make sure that I am consistent, because that's what you deserve. I'm going to be consistent because I owe it to myself to give this a real shot. And so I'm going to make it my job. I am literally going to view making content as a part-time job. If I am working. As we saw, my job shifted a little bit. I'm trying to find different types of work, but in the meantime, I am very open to having a big schedule, to view it as a job of I am clocking in, I am clocking out. These are my work hours. I have to get stuff done. And whether that's cleaning my room or making content or just brainstorming and getting inspired, I'm making it my job. I am making a work schedule and sticking to that and seeing how it goes. I think at the end of the day, if nothing else, even if the numbers don't follow, if I don't gain followers, if I don't have views, at least I am putting in work to show that I can take this seriously, and that's just what I'm trying to prove to myself. So make it your job. Consistency is key. And that takes us to rule number 3, is that we shift and keep going. There's always going to be room for growth, like we've already talked about. But honestly, right now in this journey where I'm just getting things started, I'm just going to be trying a bunch of stuff out. So it's not okay to just try something out for a day or two, say that didn't work, and go on to the next thing. You need to actually stick to it for a couple weeks, see how the things shift and change. And so learn from those things and grow out of that. So I'm going to be trying things, like I said, for these next 2 weeks. We're going to see how the numbers go, how all this stuff goes. And if it works, great. We'll keep on going and then add in a couple new things here and there and see how those work. But if they don't work and it doesn't go well, that's okay. There is no such thing as failure, because it's an opportunity to learn and grow out of it. And that's what I'm really going to try to make sure I do. I'm going to shift and keep on going. And so that's the goal, is that we are going to be learning this entire process. And I think that that's a really healthy mindset to make sure that I am taking care of myself during this content creation journey, knowing that I can shift and grow out of it. So we shift and we keep on going. So that's ultimately what we're going to be doing. I have a lot of ideas and we're going to run through those together. We got to make a brand package, make sure that everything is branded and aesthetic. We are going to make sure that we have key pieces of community, of how people can connect with each other. I do have a Discord, which you can check in the link below, the description. All the content creator mumbo jumbo. You know what to do. It's not new to you, but basically I really want to focus on community. And so I want to make sure that that's happening. And you guys are going to help shift Queen Honey Games in the future. So make sure you do hang out in the Discord to give me feedback, because I want to hear what you have to say. But anyways, I'm going to be live. I hope to see you there. We're going to try YouTube. We're going to try Twitch. We're going to see what's going on. But ultimately, I'm excited to remember those 3 things. Number 1, remember the why. Number 2, make it your job. And number 3, we shift and keep going. I hope that those things are helpful for you, even if you're not a content creator. Just make sure you are practicing kindness towards yourself, because we can all grow and learn from this crazy life together. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or night or whatever, and that you are being kind to yourself, growing in community, and doing what you love. So have a good one. I will see you next time. Thanks for being here, and happy gaming.